Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Weber. We're previewing the outstanding games you can see on the MLB on Fox this weekend. I'm pleased to be joined by FoxSports.com senior baseball writer Ken Rosenthal. Kenny, you'll be in Philly for the Cubs and the Phillies. Philadelphia is starting to get healthy, getting Chase Utley and Shane Victorino back in the lineup, but the offense continues to struggle. Do you think the Phillies will add another bat at some point?
I see the Phillies adding another bat, or I see manager Charlie Manuel losing his mind. Charlie, of course, is a hitting guy. And while he loves the four aces, what he really loves is a team that swings the bats and swings them hard. Now, the Phillies right now, 10th in the National League in runs per game, 13th in the league in extra base hits. Hard to imagine with Howard and Utley and Rollins and all the guys that they've got in that lineup. But that's where they are right now. So when you ask, do they need another bat? The answer to me clearly is yes. They don't have a replacement for Jason Worth, that right-handed guy to put in the middle of the order. And there will be some players available at the deadline. Ryan Ludwig, Josh Willingham perhaps, Michael Kadire perhaps. These are the kinds of players that the Phils could look to acquire. Now, they don't have a lot of financial flexibility, but at the same time, they've invested this much, they're selling out every night. I have a hard time believing that they're simply going to let an opportunity pass when their need is so clear.
Okay, let's move on. The Rangers will take on the Twins on Fox. Minnesota has been one of the biggest disappointments in all of baseball. If the Twins don't turn things around, can we expect a big sell-off around the trade deadline?
It certainly appears that the Twins should sell off if they don't turn it around quickly. But really, it hasn't been their history, so I don't want to speak for their general manager, Bill Smith, and say something out of line here. But clearly, when you look at the Twins and look at their situation with the contracts that they have, the expiring contracts, a sell-off would be not only sensible, but the right thing to do. Michael Kadire, free agent after this season. Jason Kubel, free agent after this season, on the DL right now. Jim Thome's a free agent. Liriano, he's back healthy. He has another year left, but this is the prime time to trade him. And then Matt Capps, the closer, also a free agent after this season. You look at Delman Young, he's another candidate to be traded. One more year of arbitration. He's getting expensive. So if the Twins choose, they could do quite a bit at the deadline. But again, this is a team that's idea of a sell-off in recent years has been trading Luis Castillo to the Mets. I'm not sure they have the mindset of a team that you would expect to be selling given their circumstances.
Finally, the Reds will be in San Francisco taking on the Giants. The Giants have been winning despite losing Buster Posey for the rest of the season. And Pablo Sandoval spending some time on the DL. How is the Orange and Black getting it done?
Same way they always get it done. They're pitching, pitching, and pitching some more. First in the National League in rotation ERA, fourth in ERA overall. And then when you look at the other side of the ledger, the offensive side, it's not nearly as appealing. The Giants are next to last in the National League in runs, even worse than last season. But I sort of like the way they're evolving here. Now granted, they're going to have to hit more, but with the kid Brandon Crawford at shortstop, they finally have a quality defender at that position. And when they go with an outfield of Cody Ross, Andres Torres, and Nate Schierholtz, they've got a fine defensive outfield as well. Now, at some point, clearly, the Giants are going to need to score more runs. That means Aubrey Huff has to get going. And I would imagine at some point, they're going to need more of a contribution out of Pat Burrell. He's coming off a broken hamate bone, injury to his hand, and that can be a really tricky injury for a hitter. But Sandoval is a key to making this team go. He was doing it before he got hurt. He'll need to do it again.
All right, Kenny, it's always great to talk baseball with you. And don't forget, it's the MLB on Fox starting at 4 Eastern this Saturday on your local Fox affiliate. For Ken Rosenthal, I'm Brian Weber. We'll see you next time.
America's pastime is on Fox. Ryan Howard leads the explosive Phillies in a showdown against the Cubs. Fox Saturday Baseball, telecast presented by Sprint, this week.